welcome you to the regular called meeting on this September the 16th, 2021. And it is now 6 o'clock. At this time, I call this meeting to order. May we have roll call, please?
Present.
Here.
Miss Claudia Garcia. Present. Miss Olga Cardosa. Here. Miss Emma Rosales. Absent. Miss Diana Ruiz.
Present.
And Miss Mary Q. Gonzalez.
Present.
We had one absent. Okay, do I move to excuse this person?
I so move.
Second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. We are now in open session, and tonight we have 3 items on our regular agenda. Of course, the first one is the approval of the minutes for July the 15th, 2021. We all have a copy of them. Are there any questions? Is there any discussion or correction to the minutes? If not, do I hear a motion to approve the minutes as written? We need a
Did she
move.
say that she approved?
Oh.
You move?
Did you move
I'll
to?
move that we approve.
Okay.
I second.
Second?
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. We have 2 additional items. It's a 2B and 2C. These are 2 memorandums and will be presented by Mr. Garcia. These are to be considered for action to approve. Each one will be considered separately. You have copies of them. Well, the pages are not numbered. They're behind the minutes.
But they're the same ones that we received through the email.
Mhm.
Same info.
Yes. Uh, Mr. Garcia?
Do you, we'll take one at a time if you want to
Right.
open it up for discussion.
Yes.
The consider an action to
Okay.
approve the National Voter Registration Act implementation plan for the Pharr Memorial Library. Okay. We all know the library has been mandated by the Secretary of State to be a voter registration agency. So what that just means is that we're just going above and beyond what we already do is providing voter registration information. What this allows us to do, and I'm glad, that we get recognized for doing it with this plan, is that we send this plan to the Secretary of State for them to recognize us as an agency, and they can, go ahead and list us as a place where voters can come and freely register to vote for whomever they want, of course. So, but we are going to be just a little more proactive in allowing our patrons with this plan to register to vote. And that's what the state, the intent is to have as many people who are eligible to vote and have the library as a place where they can go and register. And this plan kind of confirms it and has it in writing that the state will recognize us as a place. So.
Is there
And
any-
what this means, we just need your approval so that it can go up, once it's approved by you, it'll be approved by our commission. And, we have to send this approval to the state so that it's in the record that we are a place of agency.
I have a question. So is this a new position that is being created?
Now it's more of a mandate, not necessarily a new position, but like I said, we've been doing it for the longest time in providing voter
Okay.
registration information. Normally locally, we would just contact the local elections official at the county level, and they would send us cards, and we have them available. This is just by the state.
So
to-
you all are gonna be deputized to do this?
Not necessarily, but
Mhm.
that's the next step. I think it'll just evolve into
Mhm.
in going that direction where we're gonna have people at the library deputized to help people register to vote.
Because it's already.
But this doesn't tell us, yes, you have to be the deputized. You just have to help people to register to vote. In other words, we're not going to fill
So
fill
if
in the
it's
blank for
already
them.
been done, we're just confirming it?
What we're doing right now is just
Make it
giving them the
official.
information and allowing them to get the information in the library and take the card and send it to it's the local elections office.
To make it legal.
Yes.
And now you said
And
it's
now
a
we're
mandate?
we're going to be able to get the cards and send it ourselves as an agency, because it's not it's an agency, not a person deputized. No, the agency as a whole.
whole.
Because you're not confirming voter eligibility.
Mhm.
Not us. We just send in.
Right. So that's
it,
easier.
it just
So,
allows
yeah.
us to be a place. So
Mhm.
Yes, well, that's what I meant.
Mhm.
The place would be confirmed that
yes,
that it will take place there.
be
I mean,
recognized.
you can do that.
Yeah.
Excuse me, and you said it was mandated by the state?
Secretary of State
Oh,
of Texas.
Okay.
Any other questions? For Mr. Garcia?
Because we've been doing it already.
Correct.
This
I
time
mean,
it's gonna be
it's just
official.
official on paper.
We need to approve to, I hear, anybody make a motion to approve this?
I make a motion to approve the,
Seconded?
I'll second it.
Okay. All in favor? Say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Thank you. The next one to be approved is the strategic plan, 2021 through 2025. Mr. Garcia?
Yes. Open discussion. City, of course, we want to be recognized nationally as one of the best cities in the state of Texas, foremost. Locally and nationally, we're going after a Baldrige Award through the Texas Quality Foundation. This means we have to, everything we do, we have to kind of confirm it, put it in paper, and a strategic plan is part of that, of the overall picture of how we do service, the process of making sure that our patrons are being served rightfully, because of course they're our taxpayers. Believe it or not, if it wasn't for our taxpayers, we wouldn't have the wonderful library that we have. And I do thank everyone, and especially the board, for supporting the library and what the library does and the services we provide. So there you have just a one-page, simple, easy to understand, a strategic plan that allows us to know what we do, sort of like our core, our values and our services. And on there we have the four things that we're going to focus on. Areas: community engagement, lifelong learning, customer experience, and universal access. As you can see, I'm not going to get into detail because, of course, I don't want to read it verbatim, but it just goes along with our mission statement, which that I will read. The Pharr Library strives to promote the love of reading and serves as a gateway to knowledge for our community. And then the rest goes on with our strategic focus areas and our values, our services that we have at the library. It's pretty, just down to the details, of what we do at the library, making it basic, but confirming it and reaffirming that we are here to serve our patrons, our public, our citizens.
Mr. Garcia, we are all school people. We know about strategic planning.
Yes, of course. It's not new.
Our plans are this
Yeah.
thick, right, guys?
Yes. Yeah, this is
And
more like
every year, and I was in charge of all of them.
Exactly.
And I had to read all of them
Yes.
and take them to the board and explain them to the board.
Yes, and this is just keeps it simple. We won't get to the details because yes, we can get into very long strategic plans, but this is more like an executive summary of what
Yeah.
we're planning on having there at the library.
Yeah.
I do thank the staff. They did work on it. It went to some first and second drafts, and kind of we decided, okay, this is it, and let's show it to the board, see if they'll agree. You know, it's up to you if you want to agree or not agree, but if you think it's good enough, then we can confirm and reaffirm to use this as a guideline for not only me but the rest of the staff. And it goes with the overall picture of going out there and seeking a big award for the city, the Baldridge Award, that is nationally recognized. Once you have that, you know, the city becomes top notch. Yes.
Is there any discussion? Any questions? Do I hear a motion to? approve?
I move that we approve.
Okay, I second the motion.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Our agenda, we go on to number 3, which is a presentation of director's report.
Yes.
Mr. Garcia.
You know, yeah. I guess with a heavy heart, I do want to recognize or tell the board that this past month we did lose a couple of good, great citizens of the city of Pharr. They were great supporters of the library. Both actually served in the city commission, and later on, and they were both educators. I'm talking about Mr. Jim Brewster and Mr. Keith Conquest, who recently passed away. I mean, our prayers go to their families. But nevertheless, want to recognize how great of a service, not only the families, but as individuals they were to provide the time and effort to make sure that we have a great library and the great support. And both of them were lifelong members of our Friends of the Library group, which, you know, I also want to recognize. Unfortunately, right now they're not meeting because of the situation at hand, COVID, but they will come. They will come back strong. But recognize their families, and our prayers go out to them both.
We agree.
Thank you. So I'll move on with the director's
And may I
report.
say something about that?
Yes, please.
You know, I keep saying we're losing all our historians,
Mhm.
all our local historians. You know, they had a lot of history, both Mr. Brewster and Mr. Conquest.
Yes. Well, thank you. They took with them a lot of knowledge, and like you said, a lot of history. Hopefully, their families will come and visit the library, and we can remember them as well.
We should.
So let's move on with the some of the statistics that we have at hand. We're getting near the end of the fiscal year. Of course, our stats are not as they were pre-COVID, so you know, please understand that they're a little bit lower. Some of the stats that we have, especially the gate count, DRC gate count, 20,327. The main library gate count, 80,426. The main library around this time usually has over 120,000 visitors. So, you know, it's right now people are we're slowly gaining traction, and people are coming back to the library. But our circulation, you know, for some reason, you know, is going up, and for some reason, maybe they're just coming in, checking out a lot of books, right? The ones who are coming in. So, so we do have a good, healthy circulation at both the DRC at the library, 43,649 at the main, and the DRC is still circulation, even though you know, Mike always tells me we need to buy new books and not new books. So, you know, we need to weed out books to get new books because the space is kind of limited. So, but still, kids are reading in South Pharr. Revenues, of course, you know, luckily we have a healthy budget. Don't really, and this is just the general, from the general services that we provide and some fines that we collect. Primarily, our patrons doing a lot of printing and a lot of faxing. The DRC, $3,600 and $2,659, and library revenues. Around this time, it would be over $60,000. You know, 1/3 of that. It's not too shabby, but it's still good. for the amount of time that we have been collecting it. And keep in mind, we started collecting in March. So before that, there was no collections. And cafe revenue, 3,860 with 61 cents. Revenue is 23,697. Currently, the year-to-date expenses, we're at 81%, almost 82%. So we're getting close to spending all the money. So, we just did our last book purchase for the fiscal year. We're already at mid-September, and fiscal year ends at the end of September. We get a new year, October 1. So by then we should have a new budget, which should be approved by our city commission, the next meeting. If not, they'll call a special meeting before October 1 so that they can approve the entire city budget. And we fall in, one thing we are doing, we're increasing our book budget a little bit more because I told her we did a lot of books during COVID. So we have to meet state standards and have to buy more books for our collection at the entire library. So of course we budgeted $1,530,800. So next year I think it's going to go up more like 1.65, if I'm not mistaken. But I can have those numbers for you at the next one. When it's fine, at next one we'll know the actual number that was approved. We are celebrating National Library Week. Sign up, celebrate National Library sign up, library card sign up month. I missed a word there. It's card sign up month. So what this means is anyone, the cards are free to begin with, right? But we promote people to get the library card. If you want to replace it, of course, there is no cost during the month of September. So that's how we want people. And right now we're offering incentives at the library. If you sign up, or we have gift baskets that we're giving away for people either to sign up or just overall visit the library. Circulation and reference are taking care of that. Just trying to get people back in the library. Decorations for the fall are already up in both downstairs and upstairs. I would encourage you, if you're easily scared, don't go to the second floor. That's where you'll get scared for free. We have really scary decorations upstairs. I try not to go to the reference area because
You don't go at night?
yeah, I won't sleep at night. And on-site programs, I talked to my staff. We all agree that by October 1, we'll have on-site library programs with children's. We did have one program this past Saturday, but I'll leave reference to Carlos to talk about that. We are assisting with citywide events this week. As you can see, I know you got a message recently. We have a big festival downtown Pharr on Saturday. There's going to be a lot of people. We're inviting a lot of groups to come and play for our citizens. So it's the big event for the city of Pharr, the Pharr Help Fest. Saturday from 1 to 11:30 p.m. You're welcome to show up.
It's usually in March.
Usually in March, but there was something going on in March. So we moved it down to this current date, September. So maybe next year we can
Breaking
yeah.
tradition.
Mr. Garcia, we're gonna have a library booth
no,
on display.
but the library
So we
will be
can
open on
register?
Saturday till 6. So
You
yeah,
can
we
work
have a
it.
big location there that people can go to. So we're open every day of the week,
You can go and
even
cool
during
off, probably.
even during festivals. That's what I tell people. We never close. We're always open, except for holidays, of course. But that's a well-known fact. And we have the fastest internet in the entire library system. So just want to throw it out there. The Gallery 121 just opened this month, and like I said, we had an author visit in September, and we have a list of authors coming in through the end of the year. Ongoing project at DRC, we're installing a power generator to power the facility once, if let's hope it never happens, but if there's some sort of emergency in South Pharr, the place will be powered if there's no power in the area. So that will allow our patrons to go in, use computers, communicate, charge phones, sometimes a shelter overnight over 24 hours, and we have done that before. Luckily, the light didn't go out, but this will allow us to keep the lights on if the power does go out at the DRC.
There isn't one at this library.
No, there isn't one in this library, so. But just because over there,
Yes,
it's more
sure.
prone to
flooding and
flooding
all that,
and things
yes.
like that, so that's why that was a designated area. As you can see, there's some pictures there of what went on, has been going on at the main library, the visitor, and we had lucha libros at our last library,
Cute.
and we gave away free books. Thank you, South Texas Literacy Coalition. We partnered with them to give out free books during our lucha libros event. It's a play on words. It's lucha libre, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
Lucha libros, so that we tie it in with literacy. There was no questions. I will give the floor to our Mike, our DRC branch manager, so we can go to the next agenda item.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, any questions?
No.
No?
Thank you.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name is Mike Singletary. I'm the branch manager at the Dividend Research Center. And just going to talk about a few events that went on there this past month in August. First, on August 12th, we had Vanguard Academy. They had teachers in service before they started classes. Like Mr. Garcia said, we had Lucha Libros on August 15th. We had a pretty good turnout. I would say there was maybe 90 to 100 people that went to that event. In the beginning, they were giving out just 2 books per child, but since they brought so many books, every child ended up with a small stack of books.
That's awesome.
So,
That's amazing.
So it was a good event. On August 16th, the Pharr Commission and RGB Promotions, they had a health fair and a backpack school supply giveaway in the gym area. So they had a few of the school districts there recruiting students. There was dentist office, doctor's offices, things like that. They all had booths. It was a big event, and they had a really nice turnout. I included several pictures there. After that, on August 31st, there was another community health and wellness expo, and it was the same. It was the same layout, same supplies were given away, but it was a different organization that held it. As far as the study rooms, we're opening up 2 study rooms. We're limiting it to 1 person per study room because we want to slow the spread there in the South Pharr area. The conference room, we had our community liaison, Frank Nunez. He reserved it from right now until November for the Arise organization. They're having English classes and computer classes. So the conference rooms are being used up the whole week. And yeah, that's about it for the DRC. We're getting more people in the door, which is good. A lot more children are coming, which is good.
It's amazing that you all do so much for the kids, you don't ever stop. Appreciate that very much.
Thank you.
And the giveaway program was targeted to the same students, giving away those books. And,
Yeah, they were
wow,
the
it's wonderful.
the backpacks and school supplies.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was open for everybody that
Because
showed
you
up.
read it twice.
Yes, there was 2.
Wonderful.
two
Amigo,
large
who
expos.
thought about the Lucha Libros title? It's
Very
wonderful.
I
innovative.
believe that was
¿Verdad?
Mr. Garcia.
That's so
Oh.
awesome.
Yeah, he came up
Well,
with the name.
Hollywood will be knocking on your door. Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Hello.
Good afternoon. My name is Daniela Luevano, and I serve as a children's supervisor. Well, I want to give out a good news. We are going back in person on October 4th. That's a Monday. We will start doing all our programmings back again, like we used to before. On Mondays, we will have movie nights, which will be open for as many kids want to attend. However, our art classes, our stream classes, and our story time will be only limited to 5 kids and 1 parent. Just because we want to make it progressively for everyone, because we don't know how the turnout will come. So as we see how people are coming back and everything, we will be probably adding more and more slots. Um, so on Mondays we will be having movie night, and Tuesdays we will be having art classes. On Wednesdays we will be having story time. On Thursday stream, which is kind of like experiments, and we try to make it as much as fun as we can, just so kids don't see it just like another class. They actually enjoy it. And then on Fridays we will be having coloring. On Saturdays we will be having Legos, and on Sundays we will be having makerspace. Makerspace, what we usually do is we collect any crafting materials, and we try to put them aside so they can create with their own imagination a craft. And that's starting from October 4th. Right now on September, we're still online. We have finished our decorations. I don't know if you have the pictures there. Uh, our theme was Monsters University, and it was very nice because the kids are liking it a lot, and we didn't try to make it as scary as reference just because we are children and we want to invite them to come. And sometimes we have toddlers, and we wanted to make it a theme of more like a family a family oriented thing. Um, we if we have also we are working on back to the library. This is a project that we started 1 week ago. We are asking parents to actually record their kids and send us their video as they record themselves doing a story time. So, for example, if they want to read Dr. Seuss book, they will actually be doing the story time for us, and we will be posting it on Facebook. We've been having a very good turnout on that. We will be posting our first video this Wednesday. So if you guys want to see it, that would be awesome. Um, we are also working on our craft room. We had a lot of things in our craft room, and we're trying to organize it the best we can. So when we start on October, everything is nice and clean. And that's about it. I don't know if you guys have any questions. Oh, we did most of our nonfiction books in the library. So if you go in and you see it like kind of out of books, it's because we are getting we are trying to get new books, and we ask our parents what they want from us. So we are working on a survey with IT to ask parents what they want for us to provide for the kids. Yes. Do you guys have any questions?
You mentioned movie night. What's gonna be the hours for that?
It's gonna be 5
Five?
at 5 p.m. Yes, and that's gonna be open for everyone. So
And it's gonna be there in the children's
in the
department?
children's department. Yes, we won't be giving out popcorn like we used
yeah.
to just because of COVID. But Yes. And we
Once-
try to put
Excuse me.
out new movies. I think we will be posting Transylvania, the Transylvania movie, The Haunted Mansion. If I'm not mistaken, Harry Potter, the first one, I believe, because it's PG. The rest are PG-13. So
And that
we
one's a long
we
movie.
try
so-
to stick to, yes, we try to stick to everything.
I have a question.
Mhm.
When you start in October, are you going to limit the number of people that can
Yes,
come in?
it's only gonna be 5 kids plus a parent.
Oh, so
Then
for
if-
everything in October, for any activity going on in October?
only for art class and stream class and story time. For movies and coloring, I believe Legos is on Saturday.
Mhm.
We're gonna be fine. We can accept as many as we can.
Okay.
And what time will Legos be at?
5.
At
All
5?
classes will be at 5,
Oh, all classes will be at 5.
How many people do you have
except
helping you?
on Sundays because we close at 6. So we'll probably put it like at 2. I'm sorry.
How many people do you have helping you?
I have 7 staff members right now. Yes.
Do you have any volunteers?
Yes, well, not right now, but we just had some go. There were 2 volunteers, and we are planning on getting a work study this month already.
That's good.
Are you all doing temperature checks?
No,
No.
we're not. We're not doing temperature checks.
When you mentioned that we're gonna have a limit of 5 students for story hour.
For what? I'm sorry.
Story hour.
5 kids for, yes, because we're trying to accommodate them in the carpet. So we don't want them, since we have toddlers, we don't want them to like be so close on the carpet. We
And
want
so
to see
the-
how it works first with 5. And then if we see that it works out, we will start incrementing.
And that includes the parents, 5 plus the parents?
5 plus the parents. So
That's
we'll,
why, yeah.
it will be a total of 10. Yes. Any more questions?
Because
Any other
it's
questions?
That's very few.
Do you have
I
any
know.
That's so few. I mean, story
I
hours
know.
usually packed.
I know.
Like
We,
But eventually, I know.
yeah, we try to
You're
like
gonna get
stick
there. It's
to
just so
5 and
sad.
then we will be incrementing as we see how,
And for
because
movie night, it's gonna be open
it's gonna be open
to as many people as they want, kids?
to as many people we can fit in the children's area. Yes.
my. Wow.
Very nice. Doing a lot of work.
And this,
Yes.
and this
we
for the
have-
movies.
Yeah,
I'm
do we have hand sanitizers available for
Yes,
this?
we do have hand sanitizers available, and we will also be sanitizing any things they touch, any colors, any objects. We will.
Are they wearing masks?
The kids,
Are you gonna
Well,
require masks?
No,
we can't require them.
no. They're already having problems in the
It's-
school.
It's voluntary. We can't.
Yeah.
I mean, we can suggest, but we
Mhm.
can't require them to have it.
And for the movie night, tampoco.
No.
No. As those, we're gonna have a lot of kids.
That's
there.
why I don't want to go like exceed the 5 because I want to see how it turns out first.
You're playing it by ear, see how
Yes.
how it goes.
Yeah, just to be safe,
See,
for all precautions,
yeah.
especially for our staff. as
Yes,
well.
because
Absolutely.
now some parents are very like they're going to school and then they're coming to the library, and we want to be as safe as possible.
We'll have to. We'll see.
Any more questions?
Maybe later on, when we have a bigger space for the little ones for story time. I
Yeah.
just am stuck with story time. I want a lot of kids there. You know, a larger area. We'll see how it
Yeah.
goes.
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Maybe if we see a good turnout, we can increase it by in 2 more weeks or
It's gonna get better.
Yeah.
Yes.
any more questions? No?
Any other questions? Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank
Very
you.
impressive. Thank you.
Thank you, Mia. Yes, I know.
Good evening, board. My name is Carlos Alvarez. I'm the reference supervisor here at the Pharr Memorial Library. Thank you for being here today. I want to start off with some of the activities we had in last August. So the first activity we had was jewelry making. We actually had that for teens and adults, and we actually did have a good turnout. So because we had a good turnout on the first one, we decided to have another one. So we actually had two for the month of August. Our staff member, as you see the flyer, his name is Rodrigo. So he graduated with a bachelor's in arts. So he knows very well how to do art courses, especially jewelry. So we had a very successful event for those two events, and we are planning to continue doing them in the coming months for them. So basically, we have jewelry. He will teach you step by step how to do a jewelry course for adults and teens, and we provide all the materials, first come, first serve, and we have a slot, 10 slots open. So they got filled up in the first day as soon as we posted on Facebook. So we had actually a very good turnout on both.
You provide the
Yes, we provided everything, and we made sure to disinfect and clean before and after every event. So it was a really good turnout. I know there was parents with their teens that actually went as well. So it was a really good event for both of them. The next event we had, as Mr. Garcia mentioned, we had our first author visit from recent months. As you know, we used to have this every month before the pandemic started, and because of the pandemic, we had to cancel them. But we this year or this month, we had Dr. Omar Valerio Jimenez. He's an associate professor from the University of Texas, San Antonio, and he came to talk about his book, The River of Hope. He really gave out a really good presentation, basically about how the valley came to be, the culture, why the culture is the way it is, especially with the integration of Tejanos, the Mexican government, and the U.S. government, how both or all three cultures combined created what we know now as the valley and everything that we know of it today. So he talked pretty much about the history of the valley and the border and how both borders were really important at the time and are still really important. To our both nations. So it was a pretty interesting book. Um, Dr. Valerio also has other two books. This time around, I know we shared it and we shared it on our Facebook page. I shared it in historical groups in the Valley, and we did not have a really big turnout for this event. And I do know that a lot of people are still kind of frightened and scared to come into public places, and it's understandable. So probably the next author we'll be having, I will try to see if we can do it on a Facebook Live. If people don't want to show up, we can do a hybrid where we can do it live on Facebook, and they can just watch it from the comfort of their home without having to show up or to be scared of something happening. We do have the book at our library, so it's getting processed. So if anybody wants to check it out, we will have it available at our library. So he really gave a really good presentation. The next one, as Mr. Garcia mentioned as well, we opened our Galleria. We also used to have an artist come and showcase their artwork at the Galleria 121, which is inside the library in the first floor. This month would be Mr. Ruben Cortez. He's a photographer. He's a local photographer, and he specializes in everything you can possibly imagine. But he decided to do a sports gallery with our library. So everything, all the photographies or all the photographs that we have displayed right now, they're all either sports like football, soccer, boxing, and everything's local. So he's promoting our local youth from high schools, from certain clubs in the valley, like boxing clubs. He's promoting them through his photography. So that's very, very nice of him. and we will have him in display till the end of September 30th. So if you're more than welcome to come by and admire his photography. Also, for the following month, or starting September 22nd or 20th, sorry, we will be having our 7th annual Halloween writing contest, or Far From Normal contest. So basically, it's a writing contest for teens and adults, and we have those two separate categories, and each category has the first, second, and third place. And the first place would be $100. The second place would be $75, and third place would be $50. We will be emailing this information to local school here at the PSJ area, IDEA, Valley View, so that we can get more participants, and probably teachers can, teachers and librarians can let the students know that they're able to win money. And it's basically free money. Is all you have to do is use your imagination, come up with your own story about something scary that happened, and we will be the judges. The reference department will be the judges, and we will be announcing the winner in Halloween. So it's an event that we have, and it's sponsored by the Friends of the Pharr Memorial Library, which are very supportive of literature and writing at our community. And all the submissions will be able to everybody will be able to submit the submissions starting September 20th through October 22nd, and then we'll be taking a week off to go each one. Each one of our staff will be the judging, and we will be going through them for a week, and then we will announce the winner. As Mr. Garcia mentioned, we're getting closer to fall and Halloween, and a lot of our patrons are looking forward for the scary part of the library this time around. So, like Daniela and Mr. Garcia mentioned, the reference department is the scary part for adults. It's nonfiction. We try to tie up our decorations to literature. So we did Stephen King this year. So we did The Shining. We did It. We did It, and we did Pet Cemetery. So we have a section for the Pet Cemetery. You see dogs and skeletons, and we see crosses about the Pet Cemetery. And then we have the It. So we actually have Mr. Pennywise, Georgie, and the little boat. And then we have The Shining. We have the twins, the twins, and then we have the tricycle that the kid was using. So we're trying to tie it up to literature, to promote literature to teens. That way, if they haven't read The Shining or Pet Cemetery or It, they can actually do it, or they can actually check out our movies or DVDs from the library as well. And as of within the last week, we have been discarding and weeding out books that are really antique, that they haven't they haven't they haven't had that, I mean, we have been discarding books that are out of date, that they don't have accurate information. And we, as Mr. Garcia mentioned a couple of weeks ago, we did our last batch with the last of our budget. So they should be coming in already and be cataloged in our department at our library. So that's where we're at today. And for the coming months, we will be having more authors and more artists for the Galleria. So I will be having those posted on Facebook as well. So I don't know if I have any questions or any comments or concerns.
Are you going to dedicate at least 1 month throughout the year, school year, with students, art only?
Yes, we will be working on that to see if there's art teachers out there that are willing to do. I know it's a hard time, but I know we can make it work. Yes.
We have a lot of talent.
Yes, we do. We actually have a lot of talent here in our community, and it needs to be exposed. And we don't charge for any artist to put their artwork at our galleria. It's totally free, and this is a way they get exposed. And people, our community, don't have to pay to come and look at the artwork or the work of an artist at our library.
You're giving the artists an opportunity to sell their art if someone might want to buy it?
Yes, some of them actually do they actually do sell their artwork, so they'll have the information next to it. So once the galleria or once the time that they were supposed to be exhibiting it at our galleria, they have the chance to contact the person and actually buy it from them.
Are these
Yes.
only students?
What was that?
Are these only students?
No, it's anybody from the community. It's students, there's teachers, there's professors, there's just there's retirees that actually do painting for for fun. So we invite everybody to actually be part of it. Yes.
And do they have to live here at this area?
No, it can be anybody that's willing to yes that are they want to promote their artwork. But we do have a lot. We do have a lot of people from Pharr and the surrounding areas that are very talented that come in and ask for permission to display their artwork. So we have a lineup from right now till February. So we all the months are booked as of right now.
Who gets the props for a lot of these things that you are promoting? Like the pet cemetery.
Actually, we have very talented staff members. So our staff members are actually the ones that actually work on that.
Really?
Yes, they actually work on that, and
So you
they
don't buy them?
we
You
buy
create them?
we buy some of them, but we don't buy
No,
them all.
The majorities
the
are
majority-
done by our kids. here.
Yes,
I
they're
love
they're
it.
done for our staff members. So they actually work on that, and they put effort into it, and they want to tie it up to literature as well. Yes.
We're very blessed.
Yeah.
I
We
have
wanna
never
applaud
seen
your
other
efforts.
libraries with all the
Mhm,
beautiful
yeah.
art displays,
Thank you.
murals, you name it, we have it here.
Yes.
I love it.
Also, something that I want to mention, we are growing our manga section and our comic section. I do know that a lot of teens are really attracted to mangas and comic section, so we're attracting it. So we've been seeing a lot of numbers go up in our library, especially in the reference department in the graphic novel section, because we're increasing our mangas. So we're actually attracting teens more, and we say it doesn't matter what they read as long as they read, because literature at the end of the day is what's important. So this can actually help them stay away from the phone a little bit and actually get a book and feel the book and actually smell the book and be part of it. Yeah, so our collection for comic books is growing, and we're that way we're attracting a lot of teens lately. Yes.
Do you already have the date for the next author, or you don't have it yet?
I just need to confirm with
Okay.
the author. Yes, I just need to confirm it just to make sure before we actually do the flyer.
Okay.
But as soon as we do, I'll make sure to let you know.
Okay, thank you.
It's no problem.
Any other questions? Thank you so much.
Thank
Very
you.
Thank you.
interesting, Very
Thank you.
motivating. Mr. Garcia, your people are doing so well. So
Yeah.
exciting.
They are. Everyone beginning with adults.
They're great leaders.
I'm not antique yet.
The leader of the pack.
I think Carlos did a good job. He did forget to mention that we have a character up in the reference and display. The little girl from Reagan from the movie Exorcist.
Oh,
She's
gosh.
she's
Really?
doing she's currently being displayed in the reference department. So
Wow.
if you get a chance, please stop by the
Yeah.
library second floor. That's why I say
Wow.
try to
I've
stay
never
away from
seen.
reference. But
I've never watched
for
it.
those of you who like scary horror movies, please stop by
I've seen a
and
little
grab
bit
the
of
book,
it. Yeah.
because we do have the books as well for the that tie into those movies and
That was
characters.
So scary. I will never see that movie again. Once was enough.
Well, she's
Exorcist.
currently
Never
in
watched
display
it.
in the reference
You went to
department.
What was it?
Gotta send my husband to
library.
love, so
Oh.
Yeah.
I get away from him. He's always with scary movies. Bye.
Yeah. So, any questions? The staff did a great job of presenting what we're currently doing and our plans for the next couple months. You do represent us out in the public, so put out a good word. That the library is open. Make sure people are continuing to visit us here at the library. There's one project that the city's working on the north side for another facility. Hopefully that will come to fruition, and we'll have something to talk about at our next meeting.
Yes.
Great.
Indeed.
Other than that, that concludes our report, my report. you have any questions.
An excellent report, Mr. Garcia.
Thank you very much. And thank you for the other two items on the agenda as well.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I guess meeting's adjourned.
Yes, I was gonna ask. Does anybody want to move to adjourn?
I move to adjourn.
We're
I
still-
second the motion.
Second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Very interesting.
Good.